The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Guys, welcome to another gorgeous episode of Probably a Podcast. Now, this is a really exciting podcast for me personally. One, because I have one of my dearest friends here, but also because this was so last minute and I could just kiss you. I could just kiss you on the face because I am entering what we like to call here over on Probably Podcast is beep-boop-bop. I have nothing to say land. I think I'm going to get out of it. I think I'm going to be able to pull myself out of it. It's just like with tour and being pregnant and not caring right now. And I just don't have much to say. And Courtney was like, hey, you got to do that thing that you're part of your job. And I was like, right. You can come, but I don't know what we're going to talk about. I was going to have to really pull something out of my ass. And then I says to myself, one of my dearest friends just moved here, which we will talk about. But I texted Kenzie, no lie, you guys. She's like, I'm having breakfast with Macy, which Macy's in the house. Macy Thompson, you guys. We love her. We adore her. And anyways, I was like, what if you came on my podcast now? And she was like, yeah, we'll finish breakfast and we'll come over. What's your address? Like, I cannot express to you how important that is to me. Now I'm just elated for this podcast. It's going to be so fun, so amazing. And I didn't write a single fucking note because I don't have to. So
absolutely.
Kenzie Elizabeth Piper, as we know, and I guess believe still if we want, if you say so.
She needs to actually see like my birth certificate.
I do.
Did you think, do you really think, do you know anyone with the last name Elizabeth? I mean, I guess it does exist.
I sure should don't know anyone with the last name Piper.
Really?
No.
Well, I guess I don't know.
That sounds like a little cute baby girl. Piper's a really popular girl name. Oh no!
I will be doing that, and it's happening. I know because I like Ford for you.
You loved Ford for me, and I love Piper for you.
And I've had Piper. I'm doing it regardless because Piper has been my plan my whole life. I've called it in my family. It's been
everyone has told me to still do Ford, and I might still use it, I might not, but it is like a factor that makes me want to use it a little less. But it is still my name. It's your name. Like, why can't we?
You own it, therefore it's better.
That's what I'm screaming.
I think it's fine. Also, if you guys are watching on YouTube, I'm just getting comfortable. Like, here's the thing about today. Well, I came last minute, so I'm not really ready. I didn't have sleeves on my outfit, so we're makeshifting an outfit.
I like
my
this
hair.
outfit.
Most importantly, one thing about me, since I learned how to do a blowout. Every time I say blowout, I really think everyone's going to say no blow job. I think every time.
I thought you were like, I just know how to blow out.
No, I learned how to give myself the perfect blowout.
Right.
It sounds like that. Anyway. Let me just tell you, it's really humid here and it's killing my hair. I've been here for about 48 hours and
the humidity did just start, but it was because of all these tornadoes. How are you faring with this weather? First of all, welcome to Tennessee. Yay. As the official, I've lived here for 10 years. Some might call me a local. No one, by the way, no one does. People that are from Nashville are so fucking serious about being real locals because they call them unicorns. And every once in a while someone would be like, oh, if you've been here for over 10 years, you're basically local. And I was here before the boom. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Before it all blew up. So, but I just someone that just fucking loves where I'm from originally. So I'm not trying to fucking scream that I'm locally from Nashville anyways. But 10 years is a long time. So welcome from, Le Mayor herself.
I was just about to say you're practically the mayor.
I'm basically the mayor.
Okay, so we had a little bit of drama. One thing that a hobby that I've picked up in the past year is running out of gas. Okay, I've done it not once or twice. And by the way, both times on a road trip with Macy.
Oh, perfect. You guys are that's just proof that you guys are gabbing, talking to Does your car not really alert you?
Apparently not. No.
Right. No, it does.
No, what's crazy is that I thought it did, but it doesn't. I'm 27. I've never done that in my life. So we did it once on the way to Austin, and I was like, fuck. Then yesterday, the other day, Macy is fully on a meeting, okay? She has the camera off on a meeting, whatever. We're in the middle. We're driving. We're in, probably Arkansas at this point.
Did you drive here from where?
From Texas. We drove.
Because
I have dogs, and I have to move a bunch of stuff, and I needed my
So every time you come and go, you'll drive back?
Probably.
Wow, okay. My sister lives in Dallas. She's done the drive before.
It's not great.
It's long. She does it with dogs, too.
Yeah, and that's really why I have to do it, and I need the car, whatever. So, anyway,
I actually have the same dog, too. That's interesting. Anyways.
Wow, we have so much in common. Well, I did meet her last week.
I know. Okay, sorry.
I came up to her and I was like, hey, because they weren't letting us backstage even though we had the sticker.
Sorry.
And I was like, I really am Shannon's friend. And she's like, are you? I'm like, I have the sticker. She's like, okay, good.
You're like, look at the sticker.
I was like, yeah, I promise. I really promise. I was supposed to find you guys.
I'm cracking up. My sister's funny. Okay.
So anyways, she's mid-meeting. I fully run out of gas as we're on the highway. I pull over and I'm like, oh my God, okay. So I can't get out of the car because I'm right off the freeway.
Right.
She's on a call. I can't call anyone. So I'm doing anything that I can, like app-wise, to get someone there, okay? So next thing you know, I'm spending $250 on roadside assistance to come give us gas. They said 30 minutes, 40, 60, it keeps going on and on. Next thing you know, a state trooper's eyes on Macy's window, knocking.
And that's just not what you want when the police get involved in something so silly.
She's on this meeting. The state trooper comes, knocks on the window. So at that point, he's blown our cover. Okay?
But of course.
So we have to then tell her bosses that I just ran out of gas. Thank God I know them personally. Right. So I was like, and they're just like laughing. They're like, what? How do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. And you guys don't even really fucking drive. So like, I don't even want to go there. Yeah. So then, next thing you know, I befriend the state trooper. He takes me to the local Pilot. By the way, it's their gas station. I've never heard of that before. Okay? Pilot, yeah.
It's what do you mean it's their gas station?
It's a gas station
police
there.
officers?
I've never heard of it. No, just like...
Well, you've just never heard of a Pilot?
People. No, I've never heard of a Pilot before.
It's not like local to that city. They're,
no,
they're all over.
I just meant like... It was... No, I've never heard of it. But I didn't mean it was like just their towns. I meant like it's in Arkansas and all these other places.
Oh, it's like really big there.
Yeah, very big there.
You'll see some Pilots here.
Oh, I'm really familiar.
We could
it's like not my house, but I know my way around. That's how I feel about
We could do a little tour de Pilots in Nashville.
Okay, I might have to do that. It's like Buc-ee's, but like nowhere near as cool.
But it is always usually ones that have like showers for truck drivers, which means they're really big and have lots of candy selections.
Okay, it was like, okay. So I go there, he takes me, and I'm talking really, and I think he thought I was nervous, but I was like trying so hard not to laugh, because I'm like, this is so crazy. All of a sudden, I'm like literally passenger side in like a police car going.
So funny. He didn't put you in the back?
No, I asked him if I should. He's like, no, you're good. Sit up here. And
I asked him if I should.
He like took my ID, and then he's like, oh, can you just put it in the scanner? I'm like, sure. I'm like moving these around.
You're like, is that a call for B42? You need us to hit it? Yeah, I got it.
I'm like listening in. And I'm like, what does that mean? Because there's all these numbers, and I'm like, definitely not supposed to be asking these questions.
He's like, someone was just murdered in East Nashville. Is that where you're moving?
No, literally. No, and I look over, I get the gas, we go back, and I look at him and I go, what a fun adventure.
What a fun adventure.
So then he does the gas for us, whatever. And then eventually I did also get pulled over for speeding. So I was with another state trooper.
Were you like, I know Jim. Give him a call. He'll say he knows me.
Yeah.
This is fine.
I said, no, we're actually so good. Like, I'm one of you.
No. You guys got a code 46. I just answered one of those to my good friend.
Absolutely. I said, oh, wait, I know everything about this place. 100%. I'm like, did you need me to scan my license?
Yeah, I know how to use the scanner. So no problem. Did you get a ticket?
No, I got a warning. And the thing about this whole situation is that if I could do this with any other friend besides Macy, I'd prefer that. Okay? Because Macy is such a rule follower, and she stresses out. Like when she was a kid.
This is Taylor.
Oh my God, she's such a rule follower. And I'm so like, oh, whatever. Macy would like cry if her dad got pulled over and stuff. Like it's the worst person. And it's like, yeah, we make fun of it, whatever. But like she gets so much more stressed than anyone else. So like, I don't want to do this to her.
You must truly be destined to, if you're someone that's like your type B friend who's just like riding by the seat of her pants, like whatever. Oh, ticket, I'll pay it, I'll figure it out. Like you have to be friends with someone who stresses out about this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Taylor is such a rule follower. Like I will, to my core, I will park somewhere that says no parking. I will make sure I won't get towed. But like if it's a ticket situation, I'm like, there's a 50-50 chance we get a ticket. I don't know. And she's like, so you're really not supposed to park here, dude. And I'm like, it's really okay.
No, and we always say this, but what's so crazy about Macy and I is like from the outside looking in, you would think I'm the type A friend and she's the type B friend.
I would have thought that.
But it's actually not that way at all. Like but I like grew up with so many siblings. I didn't really have the choice. Like you just had to kind of be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, right.
And Macy's just like more together in that way. And she's so type A, I'm type B in that.
Well, let me tell you, I almost ran out of gas when we were on tour because I'm going to blame the rental car. I'm going to blame two things.
Hey, I love to blame anyone else besides myself when it comes to running out of gas.
One thing that comes to me about anything in life, I will take accountability, but if there's a way for me to find someone or something to blame, I do enjoy doing that. It just makes me feel better personally. Totally. I will usually like later on accept blame and accountability, but in the beginning it's just really nice to be like, that wouldn't have happened if blah blah blah, you know, like it's just, that just feels good. But we were in a rental car, so maybe I wasn't used to like the dinging of the like, you know, but I did know we needed gas. But when you're on these long road trips, we were driving, I think 6.5 hours that day or something. You don't want to stop. You want to time it up so perfectly. You're like, I want to time it up to the exact moment that we pass a Chick-fil-A so that we only have to stop once for the Chick-fil-A and then the gas. Courtney get the Chick-fil-A while I get the gas. Like, it's like you try so hard to time it up and you should just fucking stop for gas. But the main factor at play here was we were in the middle of one of those nowhere Pennsylvania. We were in the middle of Pennsylvania, and this is absolutely no shade to them, but not a lot of gas stations on this certain stretch we were on. So I had 25 miles till empty. That's so much fucking time. And then I was like, all right, I'll stop for gas. And I actually started thinking, I'll stop for gas. No gas, no gas. 15 miles to empty, 10 miles to... I said, Courtney, is there gas nearby? She goes, not for 15 more miles. And we had 10 miles to the gallon. I was like, oh my God. I just watched that little number go down. And now I haven't run out of gas since high school. I used to all the time when I was like young. No shade. But I did used to do it when I was young. And so my dad would get so mad because apparently like your car starts sucking up like stuff that it shouldn't when you run out of gas. I don't know. Anyways, all my friends that ran out of gas that had high-tech cars that told you that number, I never had a car like that when I was growing up. They all said like it goes to 0, but then you have a little time past that. So I was just like holding on to a prayer. I was just like, I guess. But the main thing I didn't want to do was have to call because they take so long. Like the roadside assistance.
That was the part of it that pissed me off. I didn't care that I ran out of gas. That was kind of funny when I was in the state trooper car.
Right.
But it was like with all my escapades in our stops, it added 2 hours to our drive.
100%. So it's just like one of those things where you're like, ugh. So I can confirm that you have a solid 7 to 8 miles after it goes down to 0. Like
that's another thing that I say to Macy that stresses her out.
Yeah. I mean, I would never, we never did it again. We never let the car get down to like 40 miles. Took it like, again.
In my defense, literally never in my life have I run out of gas until last year. Okay. And like,
can I also say women shouldn't pump gas?
I literally couldn't agree more.
It should be a law. It is in New Jersey for all people. I don't think we should ever have to pump gas. I think it's such a boy job. I really, really want to take us back a couple hundred years, and I want us to regress a little bit. And I don't say that often about women, but I really want to see the regression in women in general, like pumping
like
any sort of gas.
responsibilities.
Yeah, I want to see us not be allowed to do that.
Me too.
I want them to be like, you literally fucking can't.
I want to lose those rights.
I want to lose those rights as women, and I want there to be picketed signs where someone's like, I want to put my own gas, and I'm like, fuck you. I don't want to. Like, that's what I want taken away from us. So
absolutely. I remember the first time when I moved to LA. I remember the first time that I like pulled up to a gas station. And I like got out to like and they were pumping
certain
gas.
Ones have.
I didn't even know that existed. I never in my life heard of it. I grew up in Texas. Like that's not happening there.
It's crazy.
I never heard. It was like actually the biggest. And like my roommates are like from the East Coast, and they're like, yeah, like what? And I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I went to New Jersey and we never pumped our gas. I was like, that is fucking sick. Mother's Day is coming up, guys. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Okay, even. Me, I'm going back and forth. I'm like, do I get to celebrate Mother's Day since I have a baby in utero? Yeah, okay, I'm going to celebrate it. But mostly I want to make sure that I get the moms in my life something great, which is why I am going to get them some Caraway cookware. So Caraway is amazing because it's non-toxic cookware that brings you peace of mind when you're cooking for your family, cooking for yourself. Let me spit some facts at you guys really quick. Okay. These are some toxin facts that are going to gross you out and blow your mind. 95% of home goods are made with toxic chemicals like PTFE or Teflon. Yeah, okay. And over 70% of fry pans sold in America contain Teflon. Now, 97% of Americans have PFAs, toxic chemicals from nonstick cookware in their blood because it only takes 2.5 minutes before a nonstick pan overheats and releases this toxin. I just find that like really, really disgusting. And I know the mothers in your life do not want to be cooking for their sweet babies with toxic cookware. So Caraway makes that easy to give you that peace of mind. Something that my mom made all the time growing up was cowboy eggs. And it's like where you get a piece of toast and you cut a hole in it and you put the egg in it. She's very specific about her pans because she wants to make sure they don't stick. And that's the great thing about Caraway. Not only is it non-toxic, but they're just incredible quality. I got my parents a huge set for Christmas. And now I think for Mother's Day, she doesn't listen to this podcast, so I can tell. I'm going to get her these organization sets. They've got these like food storage sets to say organizing your cabinets, keeps her food fresh for longer, eliminating food waste, saving money, the whole vibe. But it's just a great, great gift. I think like slicing with ease on their wood cutting boards and having zero plastic involved, that's a huge one. Like throw away your plastic cutting board. You're putting microplastics in all of your food. Get wooden cutting boards, and those are also available at Caraway. And of course, like I said, the bakeware. Your homemade muffin's going to slip right out of the pan without hassle. Same with your eggs on theirs. My parents are obsessed with their Caraway, so I'm just going to keep adding to their collection. It's just an amazing gift. So ditch the Teflon pans and switch to their non-toxic, non-stick cookware. Spring into action with the healthy swap to Caraway. My favorite cookware set. It's going to save you $150 versus buying the items individually. That's what I did for my parents on Christmas as well. Plus, there's more. If you visit carawayhome.com/probably, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. Now, the deal is exclusive for my listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/probably or use code probably at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. So talk to me about the decision to move to Nashville. And you said it's funny to me. You go, people were like surprised. And I was like, what? Why were they surprised? Like to me, it's so Kenzie Elizabeth coded. Like,
it is so, okay, I think it's because I love Texas so much.
Yeah.
And like my TikTok is literally Kenzie the Texan.
That's true.
I think that's where it comes from. Also, I don't live here full time.
Right.
So I think that would be a bigger shock. But I was saying, like, I got all these comments from people. And, I waited until I was here and posted the podcast. I'm a master of marketing. Of course. Is really what it comes down to. Of course. So I waited till I was here and it happened very quickly. And then I posted, I was like, you have to go listen to the podcast episode for the explanation. Obviously, like on my Instagram. But spoiler alert, like I don't live here full time. I like have a second place. I'm renting a guest house. It's not super expensive. It sounds like really bougie though, but it's not.
It's so fucking cool and fun. And it's like what I tried to do with New York. And I didn't succeed.
Well, I'm also not spending $7,000 a month on my rent.
That was so dumb. Yeah. I couldn't have wasted more money. I often wake up in the middle of the night and think that is so crazy. What could you have done with $84,000?
Yeah. What were you, when you went in and you were touring apartments, like what made you want to pick the one that was $7,000 a month?
When I bake bread, what makes you want to buy 4 Le Creuset bread pots? I don't know. I'm a fucking annoying new money bitch. Like I have money and I just want to burn it. Like I like.
No, you actually, if you could set fire to it, sometimes I think you would.
I would do it. I think it's illegal, so I can't. But like it's so stupid. I think it truly like it's starting to wear off. It's starting to wean a little bit. I'm starting to be like, that's crazy that costs that. I'm not paying that out of principle. Like I feel my mom and dad like seeping into me slowly. But like there was just something that was like it was like a disease when I first started making money that I could not. It's just like to my core, I'm just a bit trashy, and I just think like I just so really, I have that deep embedded in me, and I just wanted to be like, I have fucking money, and like. You have to look at my Le Creuset pots. Like, look at this fucking penthouse in Soho. Like, nobody gave a fuck. I didn't have any friends in New York. Nobody came. I'd be like, should we pregame at my house? They'd be like, who are you talking to? Like, no. Like, no, you really shouldn't.
Well, honestly, like, to be clear, I'm not the best with my money by any means. Like,
Much better than I am.
I'm not frugal, I wouldn't say.
You do have these, like, huge life lessons. That one will forever be one for me on, like... taking into consideration cost versus time that you'd be like, I really should have thought about like the time you would be there getting hotels. And I thought I did do that. To be fair, I thought I was like, I'm spending so much money on hotels. I'm spending $7,000 in hotel fees. It's like, well, yeah, you're also staying at like the Thompson penthouse when you go, like, just fucking cut it out, dude. So anyways, you live and you learn. And that was a big life lesson for me. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again.
No, it's an expensive one for sure. Mine is like literally no.
You don't have to say. But that's so cool that you're gonna be here for a month at a time, like you said. Like that's so fun.
Well, I feel like I don't know. The only thing I know in my life right now is that like I'm here in April, and then next month I'm in Texas, and then we'll figure it out after that. Okay,
which is so fun.
I am like fully furnishing the place. Like I'm making it very cute. I'm like I'm doing a whole thing with it. So like we'll 100%. See. We're about 2 days in. This is the first time that we've left the house, which is why it was it's an amazing text to get from you today, because I was like, amazing. We want to go do things, and we've been stuck because of the storm.
Because of the tornadoes. Was that, do you guys have that kind of stuff in Texas?
And I actually do want to bring something up. So Macy was like hungry and in a bad mood the other night, so I didn't really want to like go into this much, but we were driving in like Texas, like we have tornadoes and storms. Like they're actually regular, like it's not as bad as like what has happened here, but like we have really bad storms, and like there are like I know people who've lost houses to tornadoes.
You have
like,
tornado shelters there.
Yes, like and you do the drills growing up. Like I actually know like in multiple different areas people who have like lost homes and whatever. And the other night Macy was like our friend was with us and he was talking like Macy's like she's like 20. She's like 19. She's like, we've never done that. I've never had a tornado warning. I'm like, wait, what are you doing when we have I think I sheltered with my niece not that long ago.
Is it Twister based in Texas?
Oklahoma.
But
we're only like an hour and a half south.
You guys are in Tornado Alley still.
Yeah, we are.
100%. I forgot about that. And I also will say this about Nashville. So Tornado Alley shifted, apparently, allegedly, I don't know, we're more so in the path than we ever were before, because I moved here in 2015, never had so much as a like warning, nothing, anything. And then in 2020, we had that tornado that hit like all of us, and it was so really scary that it gave me like weather PTSD. And then ever since 2020, we've had these scares every year. But to the point of these last storms, they're actually never, ever, ever this back to back. And Taylor told me this cell that just came through Mississippi, Arkansas, and then came to us, or whatever its path was, it was actually historical in the sense that it's never happened so back to back to back to back. And my friend had called me from South Carolina. She's like, God, I feel like you've been in the basement for 3 days. And I go, we have. And Taylor was like, that's not usual, nor will it most likely happen again. It was like a very strange thing that we had like Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like so many legitimate threats and like tornadoes touching down on the ground. It's not usually, and Courtney, you would agree, right? It's not usually so back to back to back to back like that. Yeah. You normally have like a scare in April, a scare in March. Okay, it's not like this prevalent and crazy. This was just like a hellacious fucking week with it. And I think even everyone here was like, what the fuck is going on? That's what Macy meant.
I've never seen like a tornado touch ground. But Maisie, there's been multiple tornadoes that have touched ground since you lived in Texas. That's why I was like, but I kind of loved that for her. What'd you say?
Never nearby. They're always like out in the suburbs. Like never like.
Yeah. Well, there's
what's so crazy is how they can just like pop up, drop, and then like go. Like it's always like you see those pictures and videos of like a neighborhood where there's like nothing left of it, and then there's 2 houses that were untouched. Yes. And you're like, how the fuck?
My step-siblings like childhood home. The back. In Dallas proper, like the street that lined up next to them, all those houses are out. We know one of the girls live there. It's actually like really crazy. Like
it's nuts.
But honestly, the storms are so bad. Like you could mistake the different sirens for. I can understand what you.
Of course,
like, yeah.
It's just also like straight line winds that are going 70 miles an hour. Like that might not, form a tunnel and suck up debris in circles like a tornado does, but like that's still gonna make some fucking damage when you have straight line winds going 70 miles an hour that also are producing hail. Like that's a horrible storm. Not me like on severe weather Nashville and learning things.
I followed actually. No, you have to. I really need to get down. Also, like you've been to my house, it's all windows. Right. So it's actually now I notice it so much more. Whereas before I would just like, kind of ignore it and not really like shelter or anything. Yeah. Now I'm like, it's so loud. Oh my God.
We have hurricanes in South Carolina, obviously, and I grew up on the water on the lake, and it's worse there, storms just on the water, but like we've never had tornadoes or anything like that. So
yeah, no, it was definitely like a warm welcome. Everyone keeps texting, they're like, I'm like the whole city of Nashville is like so obsessed, but they're like, I'm really sorry.
Do you know what's funny? Tia Booth Mock, she moved to Nashville in 2020 the week of the tornado, but that was when it like hit and like destroyed, really, and I remember her being like, hey, how y'all doing? Like it was bad. So that's it means you're gonna have a successful venture in Nashville. I think that's the
I was thinking about that because like isn't rain good luck?
Yeah. Yes, on your wedding day.
That. Okay, well
on your wedding day.
All right. Well, it can.
But I think that's just something people
if it's
say.
Good luck for my move.
Let's just go with yes.
Okay, I kind of like the vibe of yes.
On your wedding day, yeah.
On your wedding day, it's good luck, but I think people just say that so that brides don't cry on their wedding day when it's raining.
Yeah, totally.
And I also think when birds shit on you, it's good luck for sure. So we could find some birds.
What I'm needing is good luck, So like I'm kind of channeling that energy, and I'm gonna have good luck.
You are
uphill from there.
Well, that's not hard to
everything's uphill. Speaking of uphill, we have to talk about your card game, ma'am. Okay, so give the people a proper breakdown.
Oh,
founder, CEO.
Only because like I'm the only person there.
Hey, and creator, girl boss.
I'm actually founder, assistant, CEO. I'm everything.
Literally.
Besides designer and social, we have that, right? And like a couple other things, but like I'm pretty much everything else.
Friend of mine.
So, friend of mine is my home brand. Also, I just want to say thank you to Shannon. She is the most. I said this before. I mean, I always say this to you, and I've probably said this on the podcast. The most supportive person you've ever met in your entire life. Like, it was up for. We launched Anthropology, is what we're getting at. The post was up for maybe 15 minutes, and Shannon like had on her story with a link. She's like on tour, like genuinely the most supportive person in the entire world.
I'm running out of gas. I have nothing else to do on tour. Like, no, I'm truly so proud and excited, and you're a real friend of mine. So like, getting your card game picked up by Anthropology, which you just blasted, but it's getting to the point where we just said it got picked up by Anthropology. Like, no, bitch, you're getting picked up by Anthropology. That's huge. Well, it's so iconic, and it's such a great fit.
That has been like my dream since before we even launched. So they're conversation decks. So it's like there's dinner cards, there's nightcap cards. We have more, but Anthropology picked up the dinner and nightcap. So it's like every single one's a question. They're fun, but
it's a game basically. It's a game you can play. I brought it to London and we played it with. And you never. I say this like speaking candidly, like you never know if people are going to be in the mood to play like a card game with personal questions. I genuinely like wasn't sure. I knew like one or two of his family members would be like fun, but like there's a couple that I thought might be like, okay, like what? Same with my family. When I brought it for my family, I was like, is my dad gonna be like, what are we doing answering these questions? Everyone loves it. If you were thinking like,
did you play the family cards with them?
I played the family cards with both sides of the family.
You also, Shannon, out of anyone that posts our stuff ever, you will post. That's why I was like, I texted you. And I was like,
did say this.
I was like, you're selling a lot. You need to do commission links because like you'll post anything. You sell more than anyone. It's crazy. Like you've got that Southern audience.
Not
like,
me converting a spook.
No, you are highest converted by far.
Guys,
Absolutely.
if you're a podcast sponsor and listening to this right now,
use that.
I convert, bitch. No,
yes.
I appreciate that. That's really nice. My audience has always been sticking with me, but it's also because I just post products that I really genuinely love, and I love that game. It was cool because it has different age groups. Like I think, right, like one's for siblings, one's for parents, one's for grandparents, but we like used other ones for you can intertwine, totally. But it's really, really cool. And like even my dad, I was like waiting to like see him be like, all right, well, let's play dice or something. He was so locked in. He was like, this is so fun. And then James's family was the same, and his brother was like, I could play this game all night. Like you really do end up learning. I remember his dad, there was some question, what did you always want to be when you grew up, when you were a little kid? And James's dad said something like, I think he said he wanted to be a boxer or something. And his wife was like, I never knew that. Like it was like, so when you hear like a happily married couple who've been together for 30 plus years and the wife says, I never knew that. Like what a gift. Like what a beautiful thing.
It's really cute because any of them, like you learn so much about people you would never normally know. And I'm like so curious, so I ask a ton of questions. And I also spend so much time with my grandma. I talk to her every day. She comes to my house like all the time.
Love. And
I wrote the questions, obviously. Yeah. And when we were playing, I didn't even know so many things about her, and I'm the one who wrote them. So it is really fun. We'll give you a code, Shannon, for 10% off.
Give me a code for 10% off. That would be amazing. My followers love that. It's a really fun game anyways. And so Anthropology picked it up. They now carry it, so you can buy it on Anthropology.
Just on the website, but if you guys wouldn't mind spamming them and asking for it in stores, that would also be awesome. But they 100%. Did already place a second order within like days. So that is exciting. So everyone just like, if you want to spam Anthro and just say like, we need these in store, please, I'm begging.
It would be a really great thing to pick up in store. Anthro is one of those places. Anthropology, and then in Nashville, a place called White's Mercantile. Like, your little go to like create a gift basket for someone. Anthro, I always go, and I actually have gift baskets right now where I put a deck of your cards in there. And then I grab some things from Anthro and then also some other little boutique shops. And there's just places you go where it's nice to have grab items. So like Anthropology should do that. Okay, if you guys are like me and you're having that spring travel itch, you got that itch to travel, but you're like also me and you need new stuff. That's just what you need. I'm trying to be better. This is a finance podcast, but sometimes you just want that new vacation flair. Now that is why I head to Quince, because I'm able to treat myself not only to some travel essentials, but to some amazing clothes at an amazing price, because vacation season is upon us. So they have some high quality travel essentials at fair prices, like lightweight European linen styles from $30, you guys. Okay. Like European linen, what? Washable silk tops and comfy lounge sets. Now, I myself just got a couple things for James and I. Their men's section is really popping off. I don't think my brother-in-law listens to this podcast, so I can say that I just gifted him a bunch of stuff from Quince for his birthday. And it really is such high quality stuff, like lightweight premium European linens, and then premium luggage options and stylish tote bags to carry it all. We're talking real leather. And the best part is Quince is able to do all this because they price their stuff 50 to 80% less than similar brands, because they partner directly with top factories. So what they do is Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes those savings on to us. God bless them for it. And Quince only works with factories, this is very important to me, that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I love that. I love that. We got, really not to spoil his birthday present, but we got him a luggage, like a duffel carrier, and then a matching dop kit. It's 100% leather. Like, it's just so nice. I love leather for traveling because it really does, just as it wears, gets better and better and better. So you can have this stuff for a lifetime. So for your next trip, treat yourself to luxe upgrades you deserve from Quince. Go to quince.com/probably for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/probably to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/probably.
You're looking like really rich. The more I'm sitting next to you, you're just like giving rich. Like your jacket was kind of giving Chanel. Like
the jacket's Miu Miu.
Well, it's also designer. Your tank top's designer. What are your pants?
I told you I have a problem and I'm tacky and I like labels. These pants are from Moda. I don't know what they are.
No, your outfit's cute.
Thank you so much, Kenzie.
Love that.
I'm gonna fix your outfit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for pulling my bread out. To be a publicist.
Oh, thank God my publicist is in the room with us.
But thank God. Okay, so what are the next steps for... Okay, so you have Shop Friend of Mine, which is where you can find and follow on Instagram. But what are your plans? Do you see yourself moving into like other... Like, why do I see like wares, kitchenware, like things.
So my next step is to make a lot of money so that we can do that. Because here's the issue. Like right now we're developing a hosting journal. It's like a hosting planner. So like that's really cute. We're doing like overalls. We're doing a bunch of stuff that like is very nostalgic for like me and like homemaking. Yeah. Like long term, I want it to be like like everything home. Like I want tabletop, I want tableware, I want all of that stuff. It's just really expensive. So like we're starting very slow.
And to do it the right way. Well, also your followers, your fans, your consumers, they don't want it all at once. It doesn't seem authentic to me. Like if I see something happen all at once, I'm like, whoa. Like it's really fun to watch the process, to watch the growth, to watch little bit by bit to see someone get to that point. It's really cool. I think making small steps and also even admitting like it's a lot of money and it takes effort, that is letting people like see how the sausage is made and people appreciate that. And then they're like, oh my gosh, wow, she always said she wanted to do tabletop and now she's finally doing tabletop. Finally. It's cool. I'm
like me when I was 73 and I have like a walking.
Buy these plates. Everyone's like, I will. I'm like, I'll link them. I'll be linking them in the nursing home.
We're on like LTK for the nursing home.
Do you ever think about that kind of stuff? Like I think about Instagram, which I do feel will stand the test of time for a while. Like everyone be like, it could be gone tomorrow. Like maybe, but also I think it'll just be around. But I think about all the rap songs, all the like Morgan Wallen songs, like you're up on your Instagram. I'm like, will kids listen to these songs like 40 years from now and be like, not them singing about Instagram? Like
I think it'll be like how we view MySpace.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Instagram, as much as everyone's like, Instagram's like chooky and blah, blah, whatever, it's like, it's going to be around.
Well, I just am also someone that's at this current age, I'm not afraid to be a little choogy. I know I'm cool. Like, I know, like,
and you're deep down in your soul.
Deep down in my soul, I'm cool. So, like, I'm not afraid to act my age, and like, I'm not trying to like pretend like I know everything about all the new stuff, and like I just like get in where I fit in, and I sit there, and that's probably like what my audience wants. Is if I started like fucking around and doing like Gen Z, like really young stuff, I feel like people would be like, what are you doing? It
would just be like it would feel a little off. I also think because like meta ads are the highest converting ads still.
Are they?
And they're always like, you need to be doing meta ads. I think that's a huge other reason as to why people like it's gonna
right. Yeah, I mean, Instagram and did you see something about who was fucking trying to buy TikTok? Who was trying to buy
Macy? She did start a rumor about
Macy was trying to buy TikTok.
I'll show you.
Kevin O'Leary.
I was buying it with Kevin O'Leary.
Oh my god! Wait, I'm cracking up.
And then when it actually went away, they were like, "Good job, idiot! It didn't work."
My god.
I made a whole rumor.
You have to follow Macy Thompson on Instagram and TikTok. Like she genuinely posts the funniest fucking shit, and we do need to take a brief intermission to talk about her viral moment, which you were a part of. You were there, right?
Matilda Grams. No, I wasn't there, but it feels like I was at this point. This was on a family trip.
You were on a family trip.
Yes.
And she posted this really funny, I'm sure you'll be like, I know what video you're talking about. It was this really funny viral video where she like was joking, like it was very satire.
The Disney adult spoof.
Yes, it was like about like when you finally see something for the first time and like how it like brings you to your knees, and she just like acted like she couldn't even believe it. It was a joke, and it was like when she saw Big Ben. And I'm like cracking up. I cracked up because like me, like married to a man from London. Like it was
it's actually my culture.
Yeah, like my culture's not your costume. Like, but I was like upset. Like I just thought it was so funny, and it was so obviously a joke. But I guess it went so viral that you run into those people who don't understand that it's a joke, and that's the tricky thing about going viral. Like you hit a different audience, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're a fucking idiot," and you're like, "Ah!"
Till this day.
Did you see?
Girl, stand up.
Did you see Ben Shapiro? He reacted to
it.
Yes.
But this young little girl, by the way, people that don't know that I know you, people that were not connecting me and you together, people sent me that video so much going, your daughter, your future daughter, your future daughter. I'm like, you guys, like, I don't think so. Like, because the little redhead was also British. Like, it was so funny. I got sent the video so many times. So basically this young girl, how old is she?
10.
Matilda Matilda Grimes. Macy has a podcast. She went on Macy's podcast. We're gonna have Macy on the podcast. I'm sorry you guys can't see her if you're watching this or hear her because she's not mic'd up. But like, we will give her flowers and she will come. But I got sent this so many times and I was like, oh my god, that's Macy. And I was like, that is so funny because this little 10-year-old, she goes, what are you doing, love? Get up. Stand the fuck up. What are you doing? What has that clock ever done for you? What? It's a fucking clock. It's a fucking clock, love. Get the fuck up off the ground, you fucking idiot. And like, but you guys, it is such a clearly a 10-year-old little girl. Like, yeah. It went viral because like, it is a 10-year-old little girl. Funny. It's like so funny. It's like so savage. And anyways, that stitch went viral.
No, it has over... Last we checked, it has like 132 million views or something.
Oh my God.
It has 14 million likes.
Yeah. That's her account grew from like nothing to like 400,000 followers.
Yeah. Of course. Oh my God. She's like the Walmart kid, the yodeler.
No, and the first time that they talked is she's been scheduling with her mom to have her on the podcast for a bit. Okay? And we were in Fort Worth and we were in a hotel and Matilda went live. And so Macy like went live with her and Macy was like bashful. Like she was like kind of nervous. Like she like because she just loves her so much. I'm like, wait, maybe I should start stitching. I actually was kind of talking. These people are pissing me off online. I'm like, maybe I will like go into like the drama aspect. Like I've got a couple things to say, but I don't know if that's my thing.
No, did you see my video where I'm always like being told by, my producer, my tour manager, and my booking agent, like, you need to promo more about your tour. I'm like, yeah. So I was like, what would be funny tour promo? And I'm like, oh, I got it. And I'm like, guys, get ready with me while I talk to you about the time that I met one of the most like disgusting influencer, like the meanest interaction with an influencer in Nashville. The way everyone was like locked the fuck in. Like people love the drums.
Let's get into
it.
The drama. Like honestly, it's probably not a good thing to even bring up because I think people are just gonna get offended because it has to do with religion. So
listen, I named my tour Pray For Me and they were not happy. I was like, come to a show. It's really not what you think. You came to the show.
No, and the show was incredible. Let me do a little promo for you guys.
No.
And I brought my friend Sierra. Macy also went, and Sierra, like, they don't know each other. And then she left the show and she's like, and I was obviously talking up on the way there. She goes, she is everything you said and more. I love her. She's like, she was so funny. She was like actually like laughing out loud. Like everyone was. It was so fun. All the girls were like really into it.
So nice.
Yeah, you made them.
It's huge for me, and I do just want to take one large step backwards again for feminism, and just say that I care deeply about making men laugh. It's just something that I really want to do in my lifetime. It just feels different, like because there's always some fucking stupid ass dude who does think I have a feminine origin in me for the reasoning behind it is what I'm trying to say, like because men just really don't think women are funny, and so when I make them laugh, I'm like, gotcha. Fucking gotcha. Like, and like I literally will be like, I see you laughing. I see you fucking laughing.
Have you seen, I'm like, this was somewhere on TikTok, I'm sure. I'm like, I actually read an essay on this.
I read a dissertation on this.
I actually wrote, this is my college thesis, but it basically goes into how like men and women define humor. Yeah. And women define humor, what was it as like they make someone, basically men thinks a woman is funny if the woman laughs at them. And women think men are funny if they both like laugh at the same thing.
We gotta kill them.
Isn't that crazy?
Like there's no way around it. Like,
no, what else where can we go from here? Yeah.
There's enough science. I think we could kill all men and mosquitoes in like the economy and like I think we wouldn't be affected.
I think it would be so good.
This episode of Probably a Podcast is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Now, Huggies is the only leading diaper brand with an all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. You guys, I'm obviously not a mama quite yet, but I know I will be gravitating towards Huggies. You can never have enough diapers, especially in those early stages. I feel like whenever I'm going to be changing a lot of diapers. Now, I personally have not experienced blowout of my own yet, but like, I got goddaughters. I be changing diapers, and they're a thing, okay? Blowouts just not the vibe, all right? Not the vibe. And you should not have to live your life worrying about how you'll deal with the next inevitable blowout. I feel like this always happens like when you're traveling, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna happen when you're like at the mall or you're in the car or you're on a plane. So have that peace of mind with Huggies. Ease your blowout anxiety by switching to Huggies Little Snugglers. Now Huggies Little Snugglers are up to 100% leak proof with blowout protection in the front and back, like I said, on sizes 1 and 2. So you can feel confident relying on the item for your little ones, especially in these early stages, So Huggies Little Snugglers now with blowout protection in every direction. Sizes 1 through 2. Huggies, we got you, baby.
Specifically the mosquitoes.
mosquitoes I can't talk about anymore. Like people will be like, it's all you talk about on your podcast. Like I've done the research, I've done the math. Taylor sent me the most fucked up video the other day. You know, like with your friends, you probably send stuff to Macy, and there's the one friend that you can send anything to, and you can just be like, LOL, ew, don't send that to me again. I like called her and I was like, I'm not kidding. Like, don't fucking send me that. And I was like, seriously, like, don't fucking send me that.
Macy, her new thing, like in real life, if there's like something she's just over, we're like overstimulated, we've been together for too long or whatever, she literally just goes like this. If you guys aren't watching, she just puts her hand up.
She just puts her hand up.
Macy just goes,
it's the OG talk to the hand.
No, but she doesn't want me to talk to the hand.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Please shut the fuck up.
We had this moment in Austin recently where, you know, when you just have lost it, and we got there, it was so humid, it was so hot.
Yes.
We were both overstimulated. Macy introduced me to the word overstimulated, and I have used that. Oh my God, I need to shut the fuck up.
Overstimulated. I will kill a word as well.
No, I've killed it. I have like drilled
Taylor
it
said
into
right
the
now
ground.
I won't stop saying shtick. She goes, stop saying shtick.
No, I like have one thing and that's it. And also, by the way, I don't think I'd even experienced being overstimulated until like Macy put a word to it for me, and I was like, wait, I feel overstimulated.
I'm overstimulated.
And we're like getting ready, and like we're hot and we're tired and we're exhausted. It's like South by Southwest. We were feeling ugly. It was a whole thing. And I'm doing my hair, but I was just putting it up. I was gonna fix it after, right? And Macy's like going through this whole thing, and she goes, and your hair looks ugly.
Only a real friend can say that.
But honestly, it was like, it did look ugly.
Macy just said it did.
But I wasn't like, you know when you put your hair up in a ponytail, but you have to redo it again because it wasn't, and I was taking a second. I wasn't gonna go out in public like that, but that was really like what sent us into like being in a good mood.
Yeah. And sometimes it takes that like that little moment. No, Taylor sent me, that was not this moment for me. Taylor sent me this video of this woman who was like, for research purposes, like in medical sense, I don't know what she was doing. She was like, how I like feed, we have to blood feed the mosquitoes, and it was like this huge box full of mosquitoes, and she stuck her arm in, and all the mosquitoes just like feeds off her blood, and then she pulls it out, and then she's like, I immediately put my arm in cold water. I couldn't even like, no. I could not. It really upset me. I really can't stand mosquitoes. So anyways, I can't talk about it anymore because I've gone on and on about it on my podcast.
That's so fair. I'm allergic, so like anytime I get one bite, it's like half my legs blow.
Yeah,
I'm like, I need to chop that thing off.
I'm literally like amputee, like 100% cut it from the knee. I get like whelps. Like James is like, you literally have like thud nipples on your leg. Like it's crazy.
That's exactly.
It's huge. Like it actually.
Not to bring it up again.
And no, it's kind of validating that they do get so big because I'm such a fucking psycho hater, crazy person about mosquitoes. And then every once in a while I'll get bit, and then someone will see how huge it gets, and they'll go, oh fuck. And I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, that's what fucking happens to me, dude. And they're like, Jesus Christ. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, that's that on that.
Wow.
Okay, so what else is up? What's new? What's the 411?
Well, it's really just this move to Nashville.
When you drove down, was it just for the dogs and what's the clothes situation like? That was always tough for me. There was a way for me to kind of like curate this like cool girl New York closet-esque, like my black blazers and my like black leggings and stuff like that. And every once in a while I would travel to New York with like things from Nashville and bring in whatever heels and stuff. But it was kind of great. Whereas Texas and Nashville,
the same,
very similar vibes. You almost like do probably feel like you don't want to leave anything behind. And I wasn't taking my cowboy boots to New York.
Well, the good thing is, I mean, you've seen my closet. It's like,
boy, have I ever.
It's literally probably the size of this room. It's really extreme. So I have so many clothes. So when I like put all my clothes into the closet in my new house, and I'd already filled it when I thought I just brought like a couple things, I was like, oh. So I don't know what that whole situation is going to be. I have duplicates of certain things like robes and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like a nightmare. I did bring a ton of stuff here, and I have like 4 or 5 boots. I wear cowboy boots like every day.
You do.
Ballet flats. So like it'll be fine.
You really do wear cowboy boots every day.
You are my reference though. Like I think about that a lot when I'm like, well, Shannon did this, so it's fine. Or I'm like, well, Shannon had 2 closets. Like whenever I think 100%. I'm going to be stressed,
100%.
I just think about
just
how you
buy another one. This is a finance podcast, and I'm here to tell you, just buy another pair. Totally. City Boots like sponsor, you know.
Please, would love.
The closet. I have a question about your closet. So I really wrestle with this. This is where I'm like, my mom and dad are starting to creep in because I don't think we'll live in this house forever. You know, like the rest of our lives kind of vibes. And I do often think about resale value. You know, I've never owned a home before. You own your home in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just kind of think about that kind of stuff. Like, what do you want to do?
Idea.
Yeah, like creating the closet making a room a closet in the way that you did, which is so iconic. It was like truly like you used the Container Store, didn't you? Did you say that?
It was Container Store. It was so expensive.
Yeah, so I used a Container Store for ours, but our closets are like closet size, not like room sizes. And I remember I texted you and I was like, I gotta ask like a really, really fucking tacky question. You're like, you wanna know how much a closet costs? And I was like, yeah, I do. I need to know. And you were like, it was not cheap, but it was worth it. And I will say this about Container Store. We did this for our closets. They do let you open up a credit card that you can have, and it's 72 months or one of those things that's like interest free. So we did do that because we were spending so much money when we first bought this house. I did put the whole project on a credit card, and I just like pay it monthly with no interest, and it just comes out and it'll be paid off before 72 months. So in a way, I kind of justified it like that. But like, do you just love because I'm outgrowing this closet, like to the point that I'm like finding myself giving away or selling stuff all the time because I don't have space for stuff, and I'm selling stuff that I'm like, I love that. I just got roasted on my closet page for selling these like Prada shoes that I wear all the time because they like had they're really worn on the inside, and I was like, yeah, I wear them all the time, so they're worn. Everyone's like, yeah, toe grime, nasty bitch, and I was like, it's not. I just wear them all the time, like, and I love these. I don't even want to sell them, you assholes. Like, no, but I'm finding myself giving away stuff that I love or selling stuff that I love because I need to make space, and then I'm like, this is my identity. I'm a fashion girly. Like, I literally love my clothes. I love my things. Like, I wear them. Like, I wear them all the time, especially that pair of Prada heels. Like, I wear them all the time, and I want to stop getting rid of stuff. So everyone keeps saying the obvious, like make a room, a closet, like so your vibe. And do you get ready in there?
Yes. Okay. So I will say I felt fine about spending the money because I thought I was going to film in there all the time.
Right.
And I really don't film in there that much because the lighting isn't amazing.
Right.
So I don't film in there as much as I should. I will say I wouldn't have done it. First off, like, my house isn't as big as yours. So like if I had like kids or something, or if I was in a different phase of my life, I was living with someone else.
Right.
I would have been like, okay, I can't do that. But like, I'm living by myself. I can make this is probably the one time in my life that like,
you can do this.
That I can do all of this. I mean, actually, no. I'm not even saying that. Like, I will continue to have
James, by the way, James is like, make a whole room a closet if you want one. I'm just like,
yeah, it's real. The resale aspect of it, I've thought about that a billion times because here's the thing, it's custom. So you can't just sell that. And then it's like, I'm going to have to probably get rid of it for them to, whoever buys that house, to have another.
It's one of those things where you do the pros and cons, and it's like, would this make you, this is what Taylor does all the time, because Taylor is someone that's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, people are like, but when you sell the house one day, she's like, I don't give a fuck, because she does like iconic stuff with her interiors, like just amazing, with her like basement for like the little kids. And someone's like, but what if a guy buys it and he wants it to be a man cave and it's all these castles and built-ins? And she's like, I don't care. It's right now, my children love the castles and I love the built-ins and I love all this stuff. So like, it's like you got to either like choose you or someone else 5 years down the line that might be like, I don't like that. That doesn't exist. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, this podcast studio is going away and it's going to be my closet now. So
we'll be filming from the closet.
From the boot.
I'm glad that I did it though. I've never regretted it. And honestly, by the time I end up selling that house, I'm not going to be regretting that.
Yeah, I had this house has like plenty of rooms. Like,
yeah. Okay, guys, this house is massive. We
why do you mean like this? This house has so many rooms. No, I just mean like there's enough space. James says all the time, like, because I really went through a phase of wanting him to just give me his side of the closet because we have two
and you
separate.
wanted him to have like a dresser.
Yeah, and I was like, you don't need a space. I was like, put yours upstairs. And then like I really did have this moment of like being like a really nice wife where I was like, this is his home too. Like this is his bathroom, his bedroom as well.
Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think like we should, compromise. And he like, it was the worst because he finally did decide. He was like, I'll move my closet upstairs and you can have this. And it was like the second he said I couldn't do it.
Totally.
I was like, oh, you lost your fight. Like now I'm just like, now I feel fucking awful and I can't. I was like, you keep it, baby. You're a man of like, you're the man of this house. You need this, you need this closet as well. So it's okay. And he's like, all right. Guys, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I am obsessed with Boll & Branch sheets. I'm obsessed. Now, let me talk about some like nighttime routines and habits that I tried to put in place. It just like never worked. Like, I don't know, setting a stricter bedtime or like keeping my phone off my bedside table. Like these things are just like constant effort with very little results. All right. But if you really want to change the way you sleep, if you want to be looking forward to your bed even more than you already do at night, you need to upgrade to Boll & Branch's 100% organic cotton sheets. So you're going to fall asleep faster. They are so luxurious. They're so soft. It puts you in an instant relaxation mode. You guys, I'm so psycho. Sometimes when I travel now, I will like bring a set of sheets if I'm driving from Boll & Branch. I'm not kidding. I like want to sleep on them all the time. Here's my favorite part about it. So they're breathable while also still being really buttery soft. Now, Breathable is very important now that we're getting into these warmer months. It's spring. It's warming up. Nashville doesn't know what it wants to do with its weather. Is it cold? Is it hot? In the middle of the night, you just never know. But I'm a hot sleeper. Like I sleep sweaty and I really, really need my sheets to be breathable. So I love that. But here's the best part about Boll and Branch. And this is tried and true. I promise, like fact check me. These sheets get softer with every wash. So as you're washing them, you know how there's some sheets where they just got like a lifeline, you know, you're just like, or a lifespan. These don't. They're just like, they get better as you wash them. It's just amazing. I'm really, really obsessed. They've got all sizes, all colors, really anything you want to do, like decoration-wise. Like if you want to have a little spring refresh. And I also, this is so funny, Taylor didn't know that I keep like several sets of sheets because when you take your sheets off, instead of having to wash those sheets, just grab another clean set in your pantry. Like I love that. So if you guys want to experience the Boll and Branch difference, you guys, these are woven with the 100% organic cotton. Now, that's really important to James too. He really likes to sleep on 100% cotton. It's just amazing. I get their signature hemmed sheet sets. Like, I just love a set. Comes with duvet, etc. Now, if you want to upgrade your sleep during Boll and Branch's extended annual spring event, for a limited time, get 20% off at bollandbranch.com/probably. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/probably to take 20% off site-wide for a limited time. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Yeah, no, we pulled up to the house and I just like could feel the rich energy. And I knew it was the house. I know what cars you drive, but I also just like knew it was the house.
Was it the giant garden bed that's just dead and full of nothing but dirt and soil?
You're my dream truck. Like that is my dream.
Oh my gosh, take it anytime you want when you're in Nashville. Let's go for a ride.
We were actually joking because you're talking about how nice you are, and I said that. I was like, I just want to see the truck. And Macy's like, she'll probably just give it to you. No, because that's how Shannon is. Like,
by the way, I will.
No, if I'm like, that's such a cute necklace. She's like, do you want it? I'm like, no, it's yours. Earlier, she's baking bread. I don't even know if this is in the broadcast. She's like, it's all yours. I'm like, you just baked that for yourself.
No, it's yours. I literally, my love language for others is gift giving, and like I forget that some people just don't need or want for that, and like I really do. Just like I'm never using the truck. James is always saying it would make the justification of keeping the truck here better if you just like wanted to take it for, you know, a weekend and just have it to like do the farmer's market vibe or do whatever you like. Please let me know.
Oh, you know what? We could definitely use that for like a friend of mine shoot.
Yeah, totally. Anytime you want.
We'd be obsessed.
Anytime you want. No, the truck is iconic, and actually you can really borrow it whenever you want. You know what I want to do?
Perfect.
Do you know what I want to do? I want to we could do this for a friend of mine shoot. I want to take it to a drive-in and like put pillows and blankets in the in the bed. And I also did promise Walker that we would do that, and unfortunately she is of the age where her brain does remember things, and Taylor did tell me that. She said she's 6, so just, you know, when you promise her things, like she will remember them.
You gotta follow through.
And that is the one thing I did buy because when they got me, if they sell it on Amazon, I'm like, that's free. I bought this giant blow up projector thing and this stand and like all this stuff to do like a backyard drive-in, like where we'd park we'd like camp or whatever. I tell Walker this thing and she's gonna be ecstatic. She's like, I thought you said you were going to drive your truck to the drive-in movies. I'm like, I don't even know. Great memory. And I don't even know if we have one. Like, do we have one around here? I don't know if that truck can make it there, but.
No, my niece, she remembers everything.
It's crazy.
And she's following up.
She's following up.
She's circling back. She's following up.
She's circling back.
Hey.
If you could give me the answer by EOD,
Absolutely.
I'd really appreciate
if
that.
If there's something, she has an iPad, and if there's something that she knows I bought her that's being sent to the house, I'm getting texts asking for ETAs. I'm asking
tracking
like,
numbers.
She's asking like where the UPS driver is. Like, do I know where his truck is right now? Like, what time is it coming? Like, and it's like 17 in a row.
That's iconic. Do you know that Walker, I forget, like she's learning to read. So like she just started kindergarten. So I think you learned to read in kindergarten, first grade, whatever. But she had a iPad that I connected my iCloud to so that we could text. Okay. And we obviously would only send voice notes and pictures. And like every once in a while I'd forget and I'd write back like, LOL, I love you so much. And she would send a voice note. What I say, I can't read.
I thought you were going to say that like your iCloud connected and she started getting all of your texts.
No, I did though. All my emails, no one else can see this but me. All my emails still to this day say sent to Walkie, received from, you know, Dear Media, like, and I every once in a while will forget. They don't see that on there, and they just see my email address and my name associated with my email address. But it's set like that to my iCloud, and I'll screenshot stuff every once in a while and be like, just received this email to blah blah blah. And every once in a while, someone will go, got it. Why does that say that's going to Walkie? It's not. It's me.
Just like let it go.
It's me. Good. And it's like her cute little nickname. It's not even like Walker. It's like Walkie, Walkie Talkie. Like so weird. Kenzie, It means the world to me that you came to this podcast.
Thanks for coming. I hope it was good, guys. I have to be honest. Like, I haven't left my house in 3 days, so I just have been like a little off.
No.
I've been kind of busy with like the state troopers.
It was fantastic. She's got a new job. She's, you know,
yes.
she's.
Do you think they'd have me?
Yeah, and I just want to shout out to our men in blue and our women in blue, and those
and
are.
I would like to ask them to stop pulling me over.
Yeah,
that's my request.
No, you become one so that I can always pull that card. Like my friend Kenzie, she's a state trooper.
Wait, you know what I should? This is fucked up.
What?
You know what I should do?
What?
I can't say this. Never mind.
Now you have to.
No, like
this is the place you can.
You know when it's like people have like bumper stickers and it's like mom of a cop.
Yeah. No. By the way,
they're like they're one of us.
By the way,
can't do that.
You can't do that. But mad respect to the moms of cops. But you know what you can do? You can lie and say that you're like dating one, and that he would be very upset to hear that you're being pulled over right now.
Oh my God, my boyfriend, officer, is going to kill me right now.
He's going to be so mad. He always tells her to be so safe. He always tells her, you know what?
But I'll act like he can give them a promotion or something.
Yeah, he's really high up. He's going to be so upset he has to deal with this. It's going to take him long.
And he's so high up. I can't stress that enough.
This is going to take him a while. He's going to be upset. No, and I'm not going to suffer the consequences. You probably will. So it's really tough.
I would hate to give him your name.
I would hate to have to say, what is that? Trooper Smith? Would hate to have that.
Like, what's your license plate?
He's like, can I see your ID? I have a scanner in here. He's like, what the fuck is this? No, Taylor and I got pulled over. I'll never forget this. I haven't had a speeding ticket, knock on wood, in a really long time. Taylor and I got pulled over when she was pregnant with Lola. Okay, so her second. And we had, no, this is not true. Sorry, this is not true. She was pregnant with Walker. I forget. When she was pregnant with Walker, she got a puppy. Crazy. The bitch is unwell. And she already had a dog. She had Wilbur. And then she was like, I'm pregnant. I'm going to be busy with the baby. The dog needs another dog. So she got a puppy. Everyone was like, you're insane. Now, like, I literally can't imagine our lives without Wilbur and Guilford. Like, they are a match made in heaven. They're so cute. But we're on this trip because we were going home to South Carolina to visit my family. We had Wilbur in the car. We had Guilford in the car, who was a puppy. We had Taylor in the passenger seat. She is 8 months pregnant, maybe 7 months, but she's big belly, right? I get pulled over for speeding. I've never thought in my life this couldn't be an easier ticket to get out of. Like, he was like, you know, and I pulled you going. I was like, oh my gosh, sir, I couldn't even tell you. I know I was going fast. I go, we have a lot of people in the car that need to go pee. She's 8 months pregnant. She needs to pee. The puppy's like, I'm like, the puppy needs to pee. I was like, everyone has to pee. I'm racing to the nearest gas station. I'm so sorry. He's like, I'll be right back. I'm like, he's like, here's your ticket. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Pregnant and a puppy?
You think you had that in the bag?
Pregnant and a puppy? There's no hope. If you can't get a warning with pregnancy and a puppy, then we do need to learn how the Kenzie Elizabeth blowjob. Like, that's what we got to figure out.
Honestly, like, I got out of a lot yesterday. Okay.
The hair was herring. No, I love you. Thank you so much for coming. I'll have her back, you guys. And I did also, because I am me, I was like, use the podcast to do anytime. So you guys might tune into her podcast. She has an amazing podcast called The House Guest. And check her out on Instagram, Kenzie Elizabeth. And I just love you. I adore you. Use this studio anytime. It literally never gets used except for when I'm sitting here.
Can't wait.
It might be a closet next time you come, but it's all right.
There might be container store workers literally building in the background.
They might just be checking it out. Okay, love you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.